Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like Mom mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn a page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I taught, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. Little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chick. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? It's your brethren, your brother, BREDREN, aka Scott. And y'all know we about to get straight to it, man. I done touched on this subject before, man. But like y'all say, nowadays it's a little different. You got personal experience, and then people who you know personally.
Got me seeing so clear.
Wow, man, we're gonna get to it, man. Gang thieves, man.
Butcher boy
Gang
shit.
goblins, man.
Lost and glitch.
We about to get to it, man. That's not like most people look the face. Let's go.
This is the Major. We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is in Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Feeling so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. Any clip that we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This is guaranteed, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. I know what it is, man. Not good. You did. What's good with everybody, man? How you doing? How your mama doing? What's going on? We here. We here. Right? Yeah. What up? It's your brother, aka Stacks with the Facts. And you already know y'all tapped into an episode of A Real Talk Pod class tonight. Tonight is pod class. All right. We gotta teach some lessons tonight, man. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in, you know what I'm talking about. But like I said, I've touched on this numerous times since I've been on YouTube, you know. Something I noticed. Right, like I said, I don't watch mainstream media or TV, network TV. I just watch like Netflix and I'll be on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'll be watching YouTube, man. And I'm gonna just say this, man. It's definitely a lot of gang thieves, definitely a lot of swagger jackers. There's definitely a lot of that going on. And I will say that it proves, and this is terrible, I think, to be honest with you, it proves how much that spirit of hatred, you know, rest of the essence to my brother Sinful to Pete, you know, that that cologne called Jealousy. You feel me? Is an actual, not that I didn't know it was a real thing, but just, you know what I'm saying? It is like a cologne. And I see why Sinful said that, man. Right? And at the end of the day, this is basically what we're discussing tonight, for real, for real. Amongst other things, but the major gist of it is intellectual property. Now, intellectual property is very, very strange because, you know, in this, depending on the state you're in too, but as far as on the federal level, when it comes to intellectual property, you don't necessarily need to have like a copyright over it. As far as something you got like in the Library of Congress and you went to the hoe, or trademarked, or you know what I'm saying, copyrighted or trademarked, you know what I'm saying, patented, you know, intellectual property, you know, not necessarily has to have paperwork on it. You feel me? And when you got platforms like YouTube, and this is a major reason why they have, to some would say, lower the standards to be able to go live and, you know, so to be able to get monetized and all that stuff, get AdSense and all that crazy stuff, right? But I dare say it's just the opposite, right? It's very much so different. I literally just got to 1,000 subscribers, like what, about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that. And I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't pay attention to it. I'd be lying if I did. But I'm saying I don't. That it's not something that I gauge success from, especially when I see how these. I ain't gonna say people because it ain't them controlling. When I see how unintelligent artificial intelligence, when I see the type of unintelligent artificial intelligence Alphabet, Google, YouTube is using, you know, I don't really feel no type of way. Right? And you can't, when you're dealing with unintelligent artificial intelligence, man, you have to not allow any emotional connection to be developed or created with it, if that makes any sense to y'all, right? What we're talking about tonight is basically intellectual property. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we're talking about. I got my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, in the building. I'm about to bring him up here shortly. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I've noticed, right? And it came to my attention not too long ago because when it comes to these specific two content creators, I noticed some things, you know what I'm talking about? And this ain't the, I mean, this is something that like I said, I spoke on before. I've spoken on this before. I witnessed it myself. And I like to say, before I get started, before I bring BJ up, before I bring Mr. Pringles up, I watch a lot of different content creators on YouTube. When I say a lot because it's more than 10, but not a lot. You know, I don't really rock with everybody, man. Everybody ain't my cup of tea. A lot of y'all don't be knowing what the hell y'all talking about, and y'all be talking about some corny ass, dumb ass shit. And I'm pretty sure some people probably think this is about me. It's all good, right? It's all fair in content creating, right? But who's an actual content creator and who's a non-content creator? And if you're thinking about that word non-content, that's my intellectual property. I came up with that term. So if you hear anybody else using it, you know where they got it from. Right? Intellectual property, man. You hear me? And when I be seeing these dudes with these huge platforms on YouTube, and a lot of these guys, and what I'm saying to a lot of y'all program people is going to sound like like what y'all would say is hate, but it's just me just observing what I'm looking at and just calling for what it is. I noticed that a lot of these guys with big platforms, so I don't want to be disrespectful or seem like I'm on some BS. So I'm gonna choose my words wisely. A lot of these guys, let's just say, they are not who they put out to be, and guys like me, when I come onto the internet, I see right through the facade. Unfortunately for the rest of y'all, a lot of y'all don't, and I understand why. You know what I'm saying? The veil of social engineering has so distorted our perception collectively of reality that, you know, what's real is fake and what's fake is real. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all out there, y'all see these people on whatever platform you see on doing what they're doing, and y'all don't know that a lot of production can go into perpetuating an illusion, right? I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gonna, you know, I'm not even going to delve into that. You know what I mean? But shout out to my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know he been on the show before. You know what I'm saying? I've been on his show before. You know what I'm talking about? But my brother is a fly brother. You know what I'm talking about? Which is why we've been so tight, pause, for all these years. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? And we kind of like, wait, well, maybe me a little bit before, you know what I'm saying, but not too much. But we kind of embarked on this content creating thing around the same time. I said me maybe just a little bit before, but him not long after. And we both went to media school. And we both incorporated what we're doing in our personal lives with our media presence and using that as a platform to, you know, do what we do. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pringles and Barber. I'm about to bring him up. And I noticed when I looked at you know what I'm saying, a couple content creators, man. Mind you, these are content creators that, you know, I was made privy to not only by him, but other people as well. Y'all don't sit up there, come in my comment section telling me I should go check out this content creator, and I stopped doing it because every time I do that, I go check these dudes out and I see right through them and I see them for the fuck nigga frauds most of them be. And y'all can quote me on that, clip that, say I'm hating or whatever, I don't give a damn. You hear me? One thing for sure, two things for certain, a brother like me ain't gotta hate on nobody. I'm an actual real nigga, man. You hear me? You did. I'm gonna bring my brother, Mr. Pringles, up. Brethren, my brother, what's good?
Peace, man. How you doing? What's
Man,
happening?
you already know, man. I got my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, in the building, man. Always cutting head honcho.
Always couldn't say it, honestly.
Listen, man.
Listen, man, I love that. Look, that thumbnail right there, the intellectual property. That's a good
Right.
look. That's a good look.
Right. Yeah. I put that up there, like I said, brother. I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea, because that's why I didn't put nobody's name or nothing in the title, because I don't want any of y'all to ever get it twisted or messed up. Like a nigga like me or my brother Mr. Pringles need any type of clout. We the clout. That's why these fuck niggas be biting our shit. We the ones with the clout. We are the clout. Remember back in the day when we used to, the word clout used to mean something different than what it means now? Right?
Yeah.
Clout was actually based off of something for real. Now it's just based off of the image of something real.
Facts.
I'm gonna fall back though, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead, man. A lot of y'all tap in with me. Y'all remember my brother, Mr. Pringles, who's already been on here a couple of times before and tapped in. We did shows together, whatever. But
so my thing is, okay.
Go
So
ahead,
you informed me about intellectual property a while ago.
Right.
See, I heard of IP, but I didn't know that was intellectual property. I never really understood what IP stood for. It took a minute.
IP stands for Internet Protocol protocol too. So
okay, so it stands for
you might have
both.
heard it in that aspect as well.
Okay, so it means both. It's the acronym for both, correct?
Right. Like your IP address is your internet protocol address.
Okay.
Or IP, intellectual property.
Okay. So what I do notice with the world right now and how it's set with social media, all this information that's out, it's a lot of shortcuts. People don't gotta, you know what I mean? People ain't really gotta, you ain't gotta think for yourself no more.
Nah.
You know, you got Chat GPT, all those things, you know.
You just took the pause. You took the words right out of my mouth. You got all these. I just did the show on Monday about the AI agents.
Mm-hmm.
We all about to be running around here with Jarvis's connected to our brains or on our glasses or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Replacing these dumbass smartphones. We're about to have these AI agents doing everything, doing all the thinking for us. Go ahead, bro.
So in all actuality, what that does is that really makes you mentally weak and it corrupts your imagination. So without your imagination, it's hard for you to come up with things and utilize your authenticity. So
That's a fact right there.
yeah. And you know that's the highest form of everything, just being
Yeah.
authentic. Like right now, to be authentic makes you one of the most wealthiest men in the world. Because everybody is becoming everybody else.
That's wild, right?
Yeah, that's really wild. Me, I got like a lot of integrity, like and pride, and you know, I really like. Say for instance, if I didn't know you and I seen you post something, or I seen you have like a catchphrase, or you know, whatever your pitch was, I couldn't use it. It make me feel some type of way,
Right.
you know, because I just like to be authentic in every form that I can be. Like even when it come to cutting, like you don't know, and there is no other Mr. Pringles the barber.
That's a
So
fact.
you feel me? I had to breathe life into that. That started out as a joke, but at the same time, it's being authentic. So it's gonna create its own wave, its own motion. So with that, I came up with the always cutting. So you got the always cutting. Uh, so I was trying to look up something for like for my website for always cutting, and then what I was going through at the time, I was you remember I was pushing crunch time.
Right.
So crunch time, I wanted to come up with a definition for what crunch time stood for,
Right.
which was living off the edge. So I lay, you know, when you sitting by yourself chilling, when you got that time, that solitude, and you really thinking, because you're a thinker. So I'm like, man, what's a good definition? I said it, and it took me a couple days, but this was the definition for crunch time. It was called living off the edge. The word was, well, the statement was living off the edge. And to define living off the edge was to embark in the essence of parole while fearlessly leaping into any idea or ideas pertaining to one's dreams or goals. Spontaneous action, vigorously brisk, feng shui. When it comes to crunch time, living off the edge is our only option. Therefore, winning is the only notion. So, IP, intellectual property. Okay. So I'll be joining courses and things like that of
Right.
some of the people that got stronger platforms. You know, they got I would say more leverage. You know, they seen more.
What happened? You dropped out, bro. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. My brother, Mr. Pringless, the barber, is in the building. I don't know what happened with his connection, but he dropped out real quick. I don't know, man. You know, maybe it's a little bit of sun fuckery, man. Maybe he ain't got a bad connection or something. But yeah, we discussing intellectual property. We discussing game thieves. We discussing these so-called big platform YouTubers who sit up there and scour the YouTube scenery, and they come across the content of guys like myself, guys like my brother, Mr. Pringless, the barber, and they think because they have a huge audience and we don't have that huge of an audience, they think they can sit up here and steal our intellectual property and think that you know, they can get away with it because nobody's going to know who we are, because you know we're not a big YouTuber like how some of these guys are. But you know, but as always, the truth will always come out, and like I said, you know, it's will behoove you as an aspiring or even an actual content creator to, you know, be familiar with that which you are engaging with, right? So I look at a lot of y'all dudes, man. I see a lot of stuff. I don't watch, but I look and see a lot of things. You know what I'm talking about? And I do it for specifically that reason, right? Because I came across it. People that came in my comment section and stood up there and told me. I got emails and everything, man. Listen here, man. The game is to be sold, not to be told. You know, intellectual property is real. You know, you gotta have some charisma. You know what I mean? You gotta be charismatic and magnetic, man. You feel me? You gotta actually have something to say. You gotta actually be intelligent. You know, the intellectual property is so raw and so real, man. Case in point, me, right? While I wait for my brother, Mr. Pringles, to come back on here. He coming in right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you got a bad connection over there or something, brother?
Man, I had to use my other phone. I gotta get out of here and get to these kids, man. Kids calling me on the phone. That's what happened. But
Oh man,
you know how that goes. But
okay.
as I was saying, I noticed somebody's one of the higher ups using the living off the edge, and I'm like, and the concept behind it was the exact same as mine. Like I'm like, damn, how the hell how that happened? Knowing that I came up with that on my head, so I'm like, ain't nobody else could have did that. That's back to the authentic part. Um, so at first I kind of felt some type of way. I'm like, dang, when people got more leverage than you, they can just use whatever you got and pretty much step on you, you know. Um, so then I noticed one of the guys, one of the homies, he a higher up too. Much respect for both of them for real. Because I follow them both. Very intellectual, you know what I mean, good people, speak good, highly. Um, but I seen that the I am him, not them. And I'm like, man. Now, I know people been saying it, but you know I've been saying that for since like 2015. Um, so when I seen it, I'm like, dang, you can just actually for real, if you see something you like, you can just snatch it and roll with it.
That's a fact.
Um, and nobody is gonna feel no type of way about it because if it's something that fits them, they're gonna ride with it. They'll ride the wave out, and it's a shortcut. It's like me and you coming together and then let us brainstorming on the title of a podcast or something. If two brains is better than one. However, that's me and you sitting together. Now in the world, if somebody just see something that fits them, they could be like, look, damn, I'm just going ahead and use that. Like y'all came up with it together. However, what I got at now is, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So it's like for someone of that statue to even acknowledge you, to even acknowledge that, I look at that as a compliment now. I don't look at things as if, okay, all right, you take it personal. Because evidently it was valuable enough for somebody to utilize it. People ain't gonna take nothing that ain't of value. You ever heard somebody, when people going to the store, you got boosters. Boosters going to take the stuff that's of value. Because that's what's gonna get the most money.
Right.
So that's how I look at it. I look at it like someone just finding some of value. They find value in you, but this is the question. So if that happens, do you send the other person like a compliment or something like, bro, that was fire. So, I kind of bit it some, but I ain't, pause. But I don't know how that go because I ain't gonna do it. But so when we get out, everybody get to that statue and that level. Just know you can step on a few people if you choose right now in the world. You can do it how you want to do it, but don't take anything personal. You go to school. Remember, you was in school. You go to school. Somebody got the same shoes you got.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, I definitely feel you what you're saying though, man. But
There you
and
go.
I gotta well, go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just was saying, man. Like, and I understand. Like I say, man. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, man. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, to some extent, I'm like, that's what's up. But on another level, though, man, you feel me? And this is when we get to talking about grown man stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. Because like I said, I done sit up here and when I was basically doing my monologue, you heard me say, I said rest in the S is the symbol of P. I just used some of his intellectual property. That man is no longer alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I still pay homage and give respect when it's due. And this is why I said it kind of goes into a more intricate frame of reference or origin point with this type of mindset because you know what I mean. It's a lot that factors into it, but for the most part, you got like I say, it's this whole not want to pay homage, not want to pull my
No
brother up,
compliment. Yeah.
not want to acknowledge that I got something from another man that I didn't originally think of that contributed to me growing into a better version of myself in whatever way that happens, whether it's through my business, my personal life, combination, all of that, right? And it just goes to show how much the fabric freaking psyches that is sewn into this disdain we have on some levels for each other. Right. Now, what I've noticed since I've been on YouTube and been looking at it very thoroughly, I've noticed that it's a lot of these content creators out here who got names for themselves, right? Who do exactly what these two guys and other guys have done. Not only to me, not only to my brother, Mr. Pringles Barber, but I noticed it. because I rock with a couple different content creators. Shout out to my brother Sir Ism from up out of that left coast, west coast, up out of that yay area, man. I use some of his intellectual property, and I give my brother props for it too. You know, peripheral tapping in with my brother Sir Ism is the reason why I say Jack a lot, because that's what he said. See, when you a real one and you know, can come up with this stuff off the top of your head like that, you don't mind sitting up there and saying, man, I got that from my brother, Mr. Pringles Barber, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check him out. He doing this thing over there on YouTube. Go subscribe to him, man. I got that from him. You feel me? Or I got something from Sir Ism, or I got something from my brother Red, or I got something from my brother Mr. O. It just go like that. I got something from Jack, whoever. But one thing I don't do is I don't listen to a lot of you fuck niggas. And I don't care how big your platform is, what you got going on, what it might look like. I'm too thorough to not be able to see through it. And this situation right here doesn't surprise me not one bit, because you know, we have certain discussions behind the scenes, and you know what I'm saying, to get to a situation where it's like I told you so. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get in all of that. I ain't gonna get in all of that because listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. The same shit that happened with me. It have been times that I done sit up here and discuss with this brother right here something, and he was like, "Man, don't do it." I think I'm telling you, you're gonna regret. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I did it anyway. And, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing like that. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
You know what? He did at the time.
Bro.
You just didn't trust my intellectual property.
You feel me? I wanted to invest more into my own when I should have realized, like, hold on, I need to go ahead and listen to my brethren. And, you know what I'm saying? Before I invest in my own, before I just straight invest in my own with no insight, no input from an outside source. You know? No, you know what I'm saying? No, goddamn due diligence, basically.
Mm-hmm. You know, our value is in how we think.
That's a fact.
So, regardless of the money, clothes, cars, jewelry, whatever you got, the value is in how you think, your mind. So, it's stuff that I can think of, it's stuff that you're going to think of, and it's the way you retain information is different than me.
Fact.
You feel me? Like, you sharper in areas that I ain't sharp in. Like, it's vice versa, however it go. But that's what brings you value. So, that's why it's so important to understand that the value is your intellect. You the person that's giving advice. You know, that's what I can say about one of the homies, both of them two up there. Like, they are intellectuals. I know for a fact. So that's why I'm gonna say that instead of looking at it like, oh dang, that's crazy, you know what I mean, taking it personal, I look at it like, okay, so if you got these many people that follow you, and they, you know, both of y'all like at this statue up here like that, and I'm considered like down here compared to, you know what I mean, at a lower level as far as the following goes. To find value in my intellect, listen, that inspires me. That's how I look at it.
Hey man, I'm the same way, brother.
That just mean I need to do more. It just mean you need to do more. I mean, you got something.
Right.
And you just need to push the gas on it because it's gonna keep happening. You just gotta make it make sense.
My fault, bro. XL Pro, what's happening? Blade Monger, what's happening? You feel me? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull this up on the screen, but I'm gonna just do it like this. All right. You feel me? All right. Now I want to show y'all something, right? I'm gonna pull this dude up on the screen real quick too, so y'all can see what I'm talking about, man. I'm pretty sure some of y'all might be familiar with these dudes, man. And listen here, when I say this stuff, I want y'all to know I don't know none of these people personally. I'm going strictly off of their persona from how I perceive them off of online. But let me tell y'all something, man. Unlike a lot of these people y'all see online, I'm actually a real motherfucker, man. You know, some nigga that been in a joint, been in all type of crazy shit, beat up niggas and got beat up, lips swole, been in all type of crazy stuff, been in the streets, all that shit, man. I'm not saying that to brag. I don't really even talk about that shit. I talk about a whole complete other shit with y'all. All right. But if y'all tap in with me, y'all know I definitely have been to the joint before. It's not something that I talk about a lot because, you know, I just don't. I choose not to. I could, but I don't. When I do, it's always from an aspect and perspective of, you know, don't do the things I did so you end up where I've been, not so much like a grand
Don't do the things I did so you don't end up where I've been.
Yeah,
Boy, that's a piece right there.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't make content off of my experiences in the joint as far as like making it seem like it was a good experience or exploiting my experience. You know what I'm talking about? There are years of my life that if I'm going to speak on, it's all going to be from the perspective that I do when I do. But I say all that to say that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of guys be putting on facades, man. You know what I mean? And just me being through what I've been through and experiencing the things I experienced, I have a very good discernment of character, and I just seen too much to not be able to see when I'm saying some bullshit. And when it comes to these guys, man, or type guys, not even specifically these guys, but as a frame of reference, or just for what we talking about, because these is two dudes who got large platforms who both clearly stole my brethren's intellectual property without paying homage, mind you, right? And this is why I be on what I be on when it comes to these type of guys, because they be putting on these facades like, man, and it's only right that we put them on the wall. You know? Now, this guy right here, I don't even know who this dude is. If I didn't know my barber, I wouldn't know who neither one of these dudes is because I don't watch. Because if I was ever to see it come across my screen and I see it, I will automatically know I'm looking at some bullshit. You feel me? And this is no disrespect to either one of these dudes, man, for real, for real. Not when I say no disrespect, I don't mean I'm trying to be on no bullshit. I'm just being honest from what I see from my perspective. And clearly what's been proven, especially with this, and now that it hits home with somebody who I actually know personally, right? And been known for quite some time. So it ain't like I just met this dude and this is my brother. I'll tell you, any person I bring on my platform in this capacity is somebody who I've known for 15 to 20 years. Maybe more. All right? This guy right here, his name is Hunter. Let me just tell y'all this off top, though. And I mean, I understand certain things, but when it comes to certain stuff, certain type of content, if a brother's not using his real name, you should be skept off of that off top.
That's how he said, well, hold up, I don't use my real name.
That's why I said, depending on what type of content he's creating, if he's even being actual creating content. Mm-hmm. That's why I came up with the term non-content, because a lot of this stuff is just, I don't even know what to call it, so I just could call it non-content. But this guy, him 500, I checked a couple of stuff out. He's another one of these guys, right, who made some money doing something, who knows? You don't really talk about it, don't really discuss it for real. Right? These dudes, I put these dudes in the category of internet. They're like the new version of like Cleo and like Hair Club from, well, I ain't gonna say Hair Club, that's they're the new version of like Cleo and like goddamn it, what's my man name that used to sell all this? My nigga Ron Popeil. They're the new digital goddamn it, what's the name? What was the stuff used to be called back in the day, man? Infomercial. They're the new digital infomercial sales men and women. Right. Because when you think about these people, what actually are they selling? Like, what is the product?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what he's selling because I know. You know, I done ran into him. We done talked, but like I said, he's an intellectual still. Like he has a following. What he sells
Like
is
tangible.
uh, not nothing probably tangible. More of being able to set people up with the right people, putting people in the right place. He like to plug as far as
So networking.
yeah, he's the networker. And he'll give you some good ideas. He gonna take whatever you got going to the
So
next
he's a
level.
so he
So I like
basically he's basically a
the,
business consultant.
yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Yeah.
And that's all well and good, right? And not to be
hmm
getting too nosy or with it or too, but you know, when it comes to certain things, I know what or how did you come to be a consultant to the point to where you're through your connections, you're able to bless people with your so-called expertise and linking them up with the right people for them to I would imagine get funding for their business or acquire money for their business by promoting their business in some form or fashion. I would think that's involved somewhere, some type of multi-level uh,
It's all about
media.
because everything is all about who you know. So
Right.
it he know everybody and he's gonna give you the insight that's needed to get you where you're going. So that's why I'm saying you can't. That's why I said certain people if they reach in and they utilize anything that you got going, it's almost like-minded. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's like
I'm
I'm gonna say
agree.
this. If Jay-Z took a bar from you, how would you feel?
No, I mean, and that's a great analogy too. You know what I mean? Because I really wouldn't feel no type of way about it for real. For real.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Only
what I'm
only
saying.
way only way I would feel any type of way is if they didn't pay homage.
But Jay-Z wouldn't probably pay no homage. He'll probably hear you get what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying.
Jay would take it.
If they did that and then try to pass it off as if they came up with it,
Yeah.
and they know they got it from me, and they don't pay homage, then that's
Yeah.
when I would feel some type of way
Yeah, exactly. So
about it, right?
that exactly. Mhm.
And that's when I would feel some type of way about it. But like I said, basically, I want you to
Anybody
say
would
all that
anybody would feel some
diatribe
type
of
of
a
way.
thing you just said. You know what I'm saying? This nigga just gave
You
me a
say
whole
what?
dissertation and shit. Basically, nigga ain't say he's selling hope. Basically, that's what they're selling. Like I said,
You went out. You clicked, you went out. You said what now?
I said basically they're selling hope. They're the new
Yeah.
digital Cleos, scammers, grifters.
You
With
said
this
drifters.
particular dude right here, I looked at his stuff and I'm like, yeah, I got questions, bro. How did you acquire all these relationships with these so-called prestigious people? Who is your people? Who's your mother? Who's your father? Where did you go to school? Did you go to school? You went to college? What fraternity did you pledge? Are you in the fraternal organization? Are you a member of the Prince Hall Freemasons? See, this is where I start going with it,
Yeah, see,
right?
see you in that.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
the proper due diligence, right? And I didn't
Proper
feel the
due
need to do that
diligence.
on this guy right here because I can see right through it, right? Him, 19 keys, a lot of guys on here that we see here, selling all these ideas of get rich schemes to
See, you
maximize their
never
needs and giving them this
you,
money so they can share their network or whatever.
now you know Keys always been my guy. You always told me.
Yeah, man. Pretty
Yeah, you
sure he
know.
has, man. You know, pretty
However,
sure
at
he
the
has,
same
man.
time, you know,
Now, hold on, let's stay focused on this. Pause this dude for a couple seconds. I want to show this though, right? Now, my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber, is a charismatic and magnetic brother, right? Most guys that I bring up here that rock with me are. You feel me? And like he said, he came up with this term, the slogan, I am them. No, he's not the first person to ever say that. He's not. He is the first person. He is the first person to use it in the way he does, as far as his profession and his business.
Yep, podcasting, barber, and all that.
Yeah, and I
Well,
was
it's part of the pitch.
not limited to just barbering. That's everything, right?
Everything, yeah.
And when I seen this right here, I don't lie, this made me feel some type of way, right?
What you see? Let me see what you see.
Just let me know. Just let me know that you niggas, not only do you niggas use him 500 ass niggas, you 19 keys ass niggas, right? Just let me know that y'all really be sitting up here soaking up game from us, Paul, smaller guys.
What you see?
Smaller, I mean YouTube following and subscribership, right? You old swagger jacking, game thief, game stealing ass niggas. And they even got enough manhood about yourself, they even got enough testicular fortitude to at least pay homage to where you got it from. Now that's the sucker ass shit, man. And I'm gonna call things out as if they were. You know, that be not as though they were, right? And I've been telling my brother, Mr. Pringles, and a lot more other guys who I talk to and consult with offline that, man, yeah, these niggas is scamming you niggas, man. Flat out. I'm not saying that the stuff that they saying don't sound good and it's something that you could imply and implement in your life to contribute to you becoming the best version of yourself, because it can. But who's going to really be the guy to put that work in and really focus on himself? You don't really need these niggas to tell you that, especially by giving you a false facade persona of some type of affluent lifestyle. It's not saying that they're not living, but it ain't gotten by the ways that, you know, they portray it or conveying via online, right? There's a lot of these niggas online, man. A lot of what's the one boy that got cut up with the white girls overseas? The one boy, CJ Smooth, where the hell his name is, man, something like that. All you content creating ass niggas, man. You niggas out here, you know, scamming people and stuff like that, man. You know, people buy subs. You know, people, how can I say it? Take advantage of people's need to believe in something in order to create a cult-like following. Now, who knows? Who does that sound familiar to?
Cult-like following. Know about that.
Right, now, this guy, him 500, right? He's a swagger jacker. Right? We're gonna say what it is, man. Specifically, he's a swagger jacker of my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber. Right? Since I came home, really before I came home, for real, to be honest with you. But specifically since I've been home, and when I say I came home, this is what, 2016? This is roughly 10 years ago, 9 years ago. My brother came up with this phrase as in relation to his business that he got going on, like I said, with the multimedia, with the podcast and the barbering, with the, you know, classes and everything else he got going on. You know what I'm talking about? Clothing line, or merch and all of that, hair care products, stuff of that nature. You know what I'm talking about? He been saying this way before this dude ever thought about saying it. And when I brought it to my brother's attention, and after he said what he said, I'm like, oh, wow. All right. It kind of brings validity to the stuff that I already knew, you know. And I'm going to just show you on my phone real quick, right? to show you on my phone real quick. All right. Hold on, let me wipe this joint off real quick. Pause. All right. Hold on, maybe it's
Oh
my camera.
man.
Say what?
Look.
What'd you
What that
say?
say? I said, what that say?
Hold on. Let me wipe. They probably need to wipe off my camera. That's probably what it was. Need to wipe the camera off on my goddamn computer. You feel me? I think that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Y'all see that? It says, I am him, not them.
Oh man, see? That's crazy. Like I
This is
said, the value.
this is on him 500's Instagram. In his story, he's saying, I am him, not them. And when I seen that, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I just instantly like, man.
You know, like I said, man, it's the value of the intellect. You got multiple ways to look at these things.
Right.
You got multiple ways to look at them, man.
I mean, you right about that, you do. But I want you to sit up there and to the extent that you're willing to. I want you to explain why, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you said earlier that, you know what I'm saying, that you're familiar with this guy or you chopped it up or interacted with him at some point before. Am I correct when I say I heard you say that?
Yeah. I done been down there in the A. Yeah, holla at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm saying all that to say.
I got pictures with him, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I want you to sit here and give us a brief synopsis, if you would, how you came about interacting with this guy and him even being put in the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went to a forum that he hosted or he had down in Atlanta. And they was giving up a good game. Keys, David Banner, all them. It was great event, knowledgeable, great networking, a lot of jewels. It ain't really nothing as far as character wise. I can't say character wise that I could really go against for from what I'm seeing, cool dude, good dude. My thing is seeing that is more of understanding that this is something that goes on in the world though. Like
Right.
people, it's an example. That's all it is. It's an example, and you just got two ways to go about it. So when that happens to you, because it's 9 times out of the 10, the way the world is set up with social media and all this, it's gonna happen to you somewhere, in some form,
That's a
some
fact.
fashion, because everybody got a microphone now. So as long as you got a microphone and you say how you feel, your opinion, you use your intellectual property is every time you speaking is just your intellectual property.
Facts.
So depending on who grabs it defines your value of your intellect.
That's a fact.
So say yeah. So I'm gonna say Timmy down the street that stay in the damn, he always in the hood, ain't got nothing going on, you know what I mean? But he got a microphone and he take it or he use it. That's an option to be used.
Right.
That's another option. So when you put it together, which one you rather not nobody do it. But where is the value gonna be at when it's used between the two?
Facts.
you know, that's how I look at it. As of now, anyway, even seeing that, like, okay, well, Now I know the days people ain't gonna reach out and get no credit. It's more about how I'm gonna take it and utilize it. Just because, you know, my platform ain't there. But, you know, one day we can sit and talk about it and be like, yeah, bro, I remember you. Okay, now when we see each other and we talk about it, it's different. But yeah, it's gonna happen. It happened more than one time though. You get what I'm saying? Like this, not with him. Just saying that. That's you know, I ain't see that.
Right.
However, the intellectual property has been snatched because when you start a podcast, see, all my stuff was on my podcast and my website. So you gotta go through that. Like, and when you see that name, Mr. Pringles, a barber, it's gonna make you go. You're gonna be curious and you're gonna go check that out. Like, who the hell is this dude? It's gonna make you go check him out. So after you go check me out and you go to my website and you see, oh dang, that's a fire definition. Somebody gonna grab it, but it's gonna have to be somebody that feel like they got leverage.
Right.
Like, okay, well look, I know if I grab this, I already got the face, I got the, you know, the status,
I got the following.
I got the following, you know,
Right.
I can wear this, And ain't nobody gonna, you know, ain't nobody gonna do no research on that.
That's a fact.
However, the thing about your intellect is that when your intellect and when those type people grab stuff from you, it only inspires you to keep coming up with more things.
Right.
It's like it's showing you that you got the capability of these same people.
Right.
So what are they doing that you ain't doing? Because it's obvious that you doing something that is of value from their standpoint.
Right. And that's a good question. We said, what are you doing? What are you not doing that they're doing? And you want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of answers to that question. Right.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and there's a lot of factors that go in. And I'm not saying either one of these two guys or any other guys that I mentioned or who we could possibly talk about are doing this. But what I am saying is that a lot of these big content creators do this. A lot of them buy and purchase subs.
Yeah.
A lot of them sell hope, is what I call it, selling hope. Non-tangible, monetized advice. Business consultant, if you would. You know, monetizing some manufactured oftentimes, or if not, in fact, actual business relationships with prominent business people and offering services that can somehow come up out of that, you know, for a fee to other people. You know, I don't really see nothing wrong with that, but most of the
Except the
time,
acknowledgement. It's the acknowledgement part that you probably would say that's the biggest thing.
and that's a fact, man. You know, because it's that whole thing with you know, we see somebody with a lot of subscribers, so we automatically think they're smart. They must be smart. They must be intelligent, and all of that could very much well be true. But these are the same words that can be synonymous with scamming, taking advantage, you know, hustling, you know, I remember finessing, as y'all say nowadays. You know what I mean? Like I say, there's no tangible actual products being sold. Nothing, and the only thing that's tangibly sold is anything that would derive from the you know, the lifestyle or thought process that's being marketed. You know, with I call it You know what I mean? The motivational speaker slash, you know what I'm talking about? Level up game, the talk good game, right? And I know there's a lot of this stuff going on. And let me know that a lot of people out there is real easy to take advantage of, right? I can tell a lot of these guys, but see, I commend brothers who is able to implement the things they actually learn and research and study and actually implement that in their life, and is able to, make a financial situation out of themselves for it. But at the same time, what I've noticed with this type of stuff, this type of content, is just a lot of grifting going on. It's a lot of scamming going on, right? So, it's something that needs to be addressed. I'm not saying that either one of these two dudes is scamming, right? But they do fall under the categories of criteria for someone who could be allegedly suspected. Is that giving off Dr. Umar vibes, very much giving off Brother Polite vibes. You understand what I'm saying, man? Minus the pedo stuff, though. Pause. You feel me? I won't put that on none of these guys. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't put that on them. You feel me? Not without knowing or seeing anything that would make me think that this is what type of time these dudes be on. But like my brother, Mr. Pringle said, listen, man, when you charismatic and magnetic, and you is in the little leagues like some of us are, man, I want y'all to know that these dudes who got big platforms, a lot of these dudes got platforms because they done bought, like I said, they done bought subs, maybe they had a little bit of money and invested it in putting on a real good illusion game, bought some cameras and got somebody who know how to edit and stuff real good, or maybe do it themselves. Yeah, and that's a fact. That is a fact, Blade Marker, because I know for a fact I've been shadow banned and ghost banned. I should be around, I should be where my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber, is at in subs. Somewhere around there, give or take more or less. Because I'll be on these YouTube streets. I'll be watching you niggas, man. You niggas is gang thieves, man. I've seen niggas take my shit. I've seen niggas take my nigga Red shit. I've seen niggas taking Jap shit, Simple shit, Kevin shit. I've seen you niggas sit up there and use people's intellectual property as if it is yours. I've seen people steal my brother, sir. I done watched numerous of you niggas steal my brother, Sir Ism's lingo and game. He be over here dropping. Shout out to my brother, Sir Ism, man. That's the homie, man. All he says is pay homage, man. They don't take nothing away from you. It don't subtract nothing from you. As a matter of fact, it adds on a lot. Don't ever be afraid to admit where you got some game from. Don't be ever ashamed or too up on your high horse to sit up there and say, hey, man, it was this dude. I was watching this content creator on YouTube, and he only got like 2,000 subscribers, man, but he over here dropping some cold content, man. The stuff you talking about, man, I was like, yeah, go subscribe to him, man. You might like it. Nope. You niggas is some old hating ass niggas, man. And I even hate to talk like that because but I mean, it is what it is. You feel me? And one thing for sure, two things for certain over here at Able Talk Podcast, we gonna say what it is over here. I don't give a damn how any of you niggas feel about it, right? And as far as intellectual property goes, man, listen. When I first got aware of the boy 19 Keys talking that living off the edge stuff, I'm like, man, come on, man. Come on. And not to really focus on this guy, but I told my brother about this guy, man. And I say that to say that, and I'm not saying because this don't, don't get it twisted, man. You feel me? It ain't like my brother, Mr. Pringle, is a gang goofy Gilligan. Shout out to my brother, Red Supreme TV1. That's his intellectual property, or should I say where he from? That's how they talk where he from. You feel me? My brother's far from a gang goofy Gilligan. You know what I'm talking about? No, he's. I would argue that he's more of a street nigga than me. He might tell you something different though. He might say something different. I'm gonna say that Mr. Pringles, the barber, is more of a street nigga than me. I'm gonna say that, right?
I'm retired.
You know, not that we proud of that or nothing, because we're not. Well,
we got our different strengths in the street.
Right? Yeah, I say all that to say that he ain't no square from Delaware. You know, so it's not like you know what I mean. He was just like you know. But this is what I be saying about you type brothers, man, because you know what I'm saying, it look good, and when you put on a certain I don't want to say facade, man. When you put on I'm gonna say an image. When you projecting a certain image, you know, you're gonna have to live up to that, man. You know, and when these guys operate in the way they do, you know, when I see that bit of that, because that's what I'm saying, that's the street nigga in me. I know when niggas is not got the best intentions, when niggas is on some bullshit for real, which lets me know that you're not an all the way solid false dude. You might be a hoe ass nigga, might be a fuck nigga too. You know, you might be a hoe ass bitch ass nigga for real. Because real niggas don't move like that. All right. That's one thing I do know. Real ones don't move like that. We ain't trying to take advantage of nobody. Really, they ain't got no reason to or need to. All right. You know, and with a lot of these old type of guys, man, with the content they're doing, like I say, selling hope, a lot of these guys, they're not really genuine dudes. Man. You start looking into their backgrounds, you start seeing that they fuck niggas, they done been in jail before for some bullshit, or, you know what I mean, got pending cases, or, you know what I'm saying, and sit up there and, not living the type of life that they project online. There's a lot of that going on, right? Or they actually do be plugged in, right? They actually do be plugged in, right? Somehow, some way. Just might know some certain people that might actually be successful in some form of business that they've been able to transfer to selling online somehow, right? Not saying that that's not possible, right? All I'm saying is use your critical thinking, y'all, and be very mindful of who you support, right? People might only, engage with you because, you know what I'm saying, they think they can get something from you, right? And I want y'all to, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going to any of these networking events that these people be having where you could pay some money and go to get some room in Atlanta, somewhere, DC, somewhere for a weekend or whatever. And I'm not saying that that's not something that could be taken advantage of. I'm not saying that that's not something that could prove to be very lucrative for you in your endeavors, whatever it may be. If you go to like one of these events that this 19 Keys guys be having, and you go get your network on and do that. I mean, if it was able to work out for you in favor and improve what you got going on, that's what's up, though, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want y'all to understand that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these guys who are doing stuff like that, when you break it all down, you know what I'm saying, what is the tangible thing that you is getting? You know what I mean? What is the direct benefit from supporting such content? Right. And that's the question that I encourage with y'all. I implore with y'all to start asking yourselves before y'all get all enamored and verbally verbally wooed, pause, right, by these dudes slick talking online because they got some nice cameras with some nice editing, making it look bigger and brighter and flashier than what it really is. Right? You know? And like I say, when it comes to myself, when it comes to my brother, Mr. Premium, we actually are actual content creators, man. We done been, you know what I'm saying? We done put in work, you know what I'm talking about, to get up on this platform and be able to have these type of discussions and talk about the stuff we talk about on our respective platform, man. You know what I'm saying? It's years of our lives and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? And it's not so, it's like I said, it's never no jealousy or nothing like that, man. Real ones, man, we just speaking on what we see. And every time guys like us sit up here and talk about certain things, certain people may come up. It's always being taken or perceived as we hating or something or jealous. And like I say, that's not right or not true or exact because, you know, these niggas is getting game from us. These niggas is stealing our intellectual property. Borrowing. Right. I say stealing because if you take my intellectual property and you make money off of it, nigga, that's stealing. Right. Now you can easily say, now well, this is what I want to say to you, bro. And I want to get your honest opinion on this. Right. Because it was a situation with Kevin Samuels pressing the essence to one of his own even fat brothers, one of his Nuke brothers, Alan Roger Curry. Right. Kev basically stole all of that nigga's intellectual property out of his book. Clearly he read his book. I mean, they are in the same fraternity. Right?
Was he alive?
Huh? Nah, ARC dead. ARC died like, I want to say not too long or before Kevin did.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of his books that he put out though, but he basically was like the originator of all of this so-called red pill talking stuff. Yeah, him and Kevin Samuels was both Kappa Alpha Psi, man. So when y'all see them fake beefing with each other, that's bullshit.
So he took Kevin's IP.
Nah, he didn't. Nah, Kevin took his.
Oh, Kevin took his.
Yeah.
After he died.
Nah, but while he was still alive.
Oh man.
Much like what a lot of y'all dudes be doing, man. And it's the crazy because this goes into, like I say, this goes into that crap of the bro. You think just because you got 100,000 subs and I only got 1,000 subs, you think nobody's gonna know where that came from?
I mean,
and that's the arrogance right there, man. That's the cockiness right there.
I mean, you don't always see, that's the thing right now, like you don't actually, I mean, you should, but as far as documentation right now, you know, I've been doing a podcast about what, 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
When you go back to the beginning of the podcast and you can see what the pitch was, and like now you can go back in history and look at people's content and you can see where everything came from.
Right.
When you compare things.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so it ain't like no one can't do their homework and see what is what. That's why I would be like how you said you would reference wherever you got what you got from where you're dealing with. We gotta that way when somebody go back, they ain't like, oh look, I see you got this from it. And then you can say, well, yeah, you can look at my podcast on this date, and I paid homage and I told them, like, yeah, much respects, this is where I got it from.
Right.
So you always got something to reference back to. But when you ain't got that, it's just like, okay, well, I'm just snatch it and use it and wear it as my own. All you can do is have a debate about it. It's still gonna be done. It was done. What's done is done. Now we at the point of looking at it like, what is the value and where is it devalued at?
Right.
So value wise, when people up there at that statue are, you know, inspired by, you know, people where we at right now at the moment, I mean, that just means that we on the, I mean, I feel like we're on the same level. Only thing separating us right now is currency.
Only thing separating us is that they done hired SEOs and all that stuff to figure out content strategy and algorithms and all this buying stuff and all that crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Only thing that's separating. Let me come up for this too. Right. The only thing that's separating me, my brother, Mr. Pringle, and any other guys who are on the level we are as content creators, right? The algorithm ain't decided to make us go viral. For whatever reason, it's a lot of stuff that can factor into that, right? But let me tell y'all something, and I always say this too. The unintelligent artificial intelligence is learning us as we are learning it. I would dare say it is learning us faster than we're learning it, right? And I say that to say, you think that the unintelligent artificial intelligence doesn't know who you are?
Now look, remember what I said
That's a
earlier?
question now, y'all.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
true.
Go ahead, bro.
What you just said, it means so much. Because due to the fact that there is
Yeah, they do,
artificial
OG.
intelligence.
I've been saying that the whole show, OG, and you are 100% right. A lot of these dudes, listen, I'm gonna cut you off, bro. They
Go
be
ahead.
purchasing subs, man.
Like you said, there's a lot of artificial intelligence, right?
Right.
So that means a lot of artificial everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of artificial people. You know, it's artificial bodies. It's artificial face. It's a lot of things that's just artificial right now that is being held as a value.
Right.
So the most valuable thing you have right now in the world that vibrates the highest is your authenticity.
Right. That's a fact.
That's the only thing that separates you from everything else. Like, that's why it's so important when you start looking at intellectual property, because what separates you from everything, the AI can't come up with, it can come up with something, but it can't come up with what you naturally thought, what you authentically thought in your head.
Now let's stop right there. Right. Let's stop right there
It
real
can't,
quick.
it can if it mimics you. I get
See,
that.
so let's just stop right there,
Go
right?
ahead. Go ahead.
Right. Now, what do I always tell y'all, man, concerning this unintelligent artificial intelligence? Because that's where all this stuff is leading to, with this whole letting these dudes get they scam on. I keep telling y'all about HR 1955. All of this stuff with how they're allowing all these so-called gurus, tech gurus, multi-level marketing media gurus, self-help, blow yourself out of the proportion, affluent lifestyle, making all this money on YouTube and stuff, telling you how to live your life, right? It's all part of the program. You feel me? And I'm glad that he just spoke on that too, though, because, you know what I'm saying? What have I been telling y'all when it comes to the unintelligent artificial intelligence? It cannot create. It doesn't have the ability to do that. It has to get input from us.
Something that was already placed. Like, it has to go off of history. It can't go off of like right now we talking. My next thought, it can't produce my next thought. It can only produce my past thoughts.
Or
What
it
I
could
just said.
it could guess out of a high probable chance what more than likely would be your next decision.
But not my next thought.
Right. So understand, like I say, right, the unintelligent artificial intelligence, it cannot create. It can only mimic, duplicate, copy.
Yep.
manufacture, imitate, emulate, but not create. Only we can do that.
Now, just what just happened was, see, what I just said is something that you said. However,
Right.
like minds, I didn't have to, like mine. That's like-minded.
Facts.
So just like I could come up with something, or you can come up with something, just because we like-minded.
Right.
I could be like, dang, I got this from Stacks with the Facts, because we like-minded. I
Facts.
find value in the way he think, so I'm willing. You know what I'm saying? I find value in the way he thinks. So yeah, bro, I wear that jacket. Yeah, I got this from my brother. So the same way that somebody else just snatched it that might not be your brother, they don't do nothing but see somebody that's like-minded.
Right. That's a fact.
Yeah, so it's up to you as the person that, you might say that got robbed. You be like, look, hey, look, it's back to the streets. Somebody kicking your dough and they take your dope. That's all it was. He got some dope. I'm going to get that. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He got some good dope too. Like, ain't nobody coming to steal no bad dope. You know?
I hope not.
I hope, you know what I mean? When you're in the street, ain't nobody coming in there taking no bad dope.
Not at all.
Like, man, this a fake, it's a fake joint right here. Like, what I'm about to do with that? I don't want that. No, I want the real. You feel me?
That's a fact. It's an absolute fact, man.
It just show you how dope you are. That's how you gotta look at it.
I'll just be like, when it come across my desk, the numerous times that it has, especially since I've been on YouTube, I just, like I say, it's the imitation is the highest form of flattery. Only thing I would say is just pay homage, but these guys ain't gonna do that, man. You got dudes on here who was the lamest, corniest, no bra getting, no trim getting, lamest dudes ever back in the day. Chicks was not messing with them, right? At all. But through the anonymity and the persona perception programming of social engineering specifically and especially, you know what I'm saying? Now we can sit up here and create these illusions and these images, man, these personas, man, that people can buy into, man, and lose themselves in it because, we are some extent still recovering and suffering from our traumas we all got during childhood. Now, how many of y'all caught what I just said? Pause. There's a reason why I say stuff like that, too. I'll be doing that just to see if y'all paying attention. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Listen here, man. Intellectual property is real, man. You can take somebody to court for that. Right? And my suggestion to all y'all up and coming content creators out there, hey, man, just do you, man. Stick to your demo the way you do it, man. What works for you. Figure out what works for you and make that work. And I know that just sounds cliche to say about me, but outside of that, what more can I say? You know? You know what I mean? What more do you expect? All right. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. We're talking about game thieves of YouTube, intellectual property. My brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, has been, you see, originator, man. My brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, as y'all can see, is in here. We talking about intellectual property. We talking about this, I ain't gonna call it a phenomenon, but this happening that transpire specifically on YouTube, larger subscriber list, having content creators, most of them non-content creators, sitting here carousing the streets of YouTube to scroll across a page like mine or my brother, Mr. Pringles and Barber, and sit up there and steal some of that intellectual property. Because you think ain't nobody going to be tapping into this dude with 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs, 3,000 subs. Ain't nobody listening to this. I'm going to go ahead and say that because that is sleep. I like that. Lucky ass niggas, man. I think it's terrible doing that shit, man. Y'all ain't no better than Milli Vanilli back in the day or nothing like that, man.
There's always somebody listening and always somebody watching.
Exactly. But I like what my brother Blade Monger just said. Copyright infringement doesn't care about how big someone's following is. It definitely doesn't. And like my brother Mr. Pringle said earlier, that just lets you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That lets you know that you're on the right path. You gotta just figure out.
Get up there and lay down. Move my book bag.
You gotta figure out how to monetize it, how to make it lucrative financially for you. And I just want to say this real quick before I pass it back to my brother Mr. Bar. This is a business. I don't know if a lot of y'all understand that out there in YouTube world. Y'all be coming in the comment sections just to busting it open, just to twerking, just to clapping it up, digitally clapping your cheeks, pause. All right, you know, I think we get kind of lost into the, whole air of, coming into these spaces and, expressing a version of ourselves that if we met most of these people in person, we probably would not say anything of the sort to them. So, man. Hey, man, it's going to keep happening. Like my brother said, it's going to happen again. But listen, it's the highest form of flattery, man. That lets you know that you onto something. If you got guys coming in there on their fake accounts or whatever, or just watching from the clouds as you sit up there and spit your game and talk your shit, and they sitting up there like this. Ooh, that was cold. Looking ass niggas, man. What you think about that, Mr. Pringles Barber, man?
What somebody people sitting around jotting down, taking notes of your
Yeah,
intellectual
man.
property.
Yeah, man. Because that's what be happening.
It's just understanding this. If it was done before social media,
right,
it would be highlighted more.
Facts.
Due to the fact the way it's set up now, man, this right here happen every day, B. Hey, somebody is snatching and grabbing right now as we speak.
Right now as we speak, I'm talking about. But you know what? And that's true, brother. And I agree with you 1,000%. But at the same time, I also agree that whenever we come across it or we're made privy of it or to it, I think we need to speak on it and we need to hold these dudes accountable, man. Because y'all dudes, man,
you speak on it. You speak on it.
Right.
To let it be known, like, okay, well, I recognize that. Right. So due to the fact that when they do this, they have to know that they recognizing it themselves. So the person that you do it to got to let you know that I recognize it. And, like you said, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Like,
right.
It happens every day in branding. Like this thing like Nike, it happens all over the world. It's just that people don't use the exact thing. They like try to put it in a different frame.
Like remix.
Yeah, it's a remix. It's like, hey, perfect example. Blue Magic.
Right.
He said, I don't care. He said, don't change the product. I don't care what you change. You can change the name of the dog. You know what I mean? It don't make no difference. Don't change, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just letting you know how dope you are.
Right. And I like how you said, just letting you know how dope you are, man. The feeling I got, you hear me, when I was cruising the YouTube streets And I seen a YouTuber. I ain't gonna say he has a large platform for him, but he's a known YouTuber. And I just happen to be watching this brother, and I'm listening to his conversation. He get to talking about the smart grid, UN Agenda 2030 for global sustainability. I'm like, hold on, man. All right. You know, people still in the lingo. That's always a giver right there, when you hear people saying the stuff you say. You know?
That's why it's important to maintain your imagination.
Facts. Keep them fresh. Keep the ideas fresh. Keep the mind going and move. See, a guy like me, my mind is like this. You know, I come up with fly shit every day and don't even be trying to. You know?
I'm always on the stove. Always on the stove cooking up dope, man. Cooking up dope every day.
Cooking when I don't even be trying to cook. You feel me? Y'all don't witness it. And copyright infringement it doesn't. It don't care about none of that stuff, man. You know you can sue somebody for copyright infringement of your intellectual property if you can prove that was originally your intellectual property.
But see, you can always prove it now because all you gotta do is go back in history of your videos. Yeah. Those things are time stamps.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
You know. But
facts, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man.
But I'm gonna tell you, like I said, him still cool. I still rock. He's still cool. I'm gonna tell you how cold he is, though, right?
Right.
He's so cold. He didn't say I am him, not him, them. He said I'm him, not them.
There it is, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be it's remix. So, like I said, I'm talking about intellectuals. These are intellectual people, but all they doing is showing you that, man, you like-minded. That's all. That's what it's meant to show you. It's meant to show you. It's a message and everything.
Right.
I'm gonna grab it. Dang, I like that. That's dope, bro. Dope. But I ain't gonna tell bro he dope. I'm gonna just show bro he dope.
Right.
And while I'm showing him he's dope, I want people to see me dope. I'm already dope. I'm already in a dope position. This ain't gonna do nothing but make me doper. But all I'm saying is, bro, pull a brother up. Yeah, pull a brother up.
Something, goddamn it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, man, when it comes to this topic, though, man, you know, I'm gonna always be on what I'm on with it because, like I said, I'm a man of respect. I'm a creative. You know, I've had even recently here online. I had intellectual property stolen. I had intellectual property stolen me from back in the days when I was in the streets and everything, man. You know, niggas done stole bars, ideas, slang. You dig? I mean, like I say, it's just flattering, you know. But when it becomes a financial situation, that's when it's something different, man. That's you know, we gotta start having conversations and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Or at least holding it to account. And that's, you know, real shit.
Yeah, because me personally, I'm gonna say this. If I get up to a certain statue and I'm gonna reach down and grab something down there like that.
Right.
Over my bag, like, right, I'm gonna be like, look, bro, hey, check this out. Let me go ahead and cop that from you real quick, bro. Let me go ahead and get that. Because that
cut them
in,
whatever the situation may be. Pay one thing for sure, two things for certain. Real one's gonna pay homage, man.
Yeah, homage is paid in any type of way, you know what I mean?
I only want to take credit for the stuff I put in work for, man. I don't want to take credit for something somebody else did.
Yeah, all currency is good currency.
How long? Listen, man. This topic right here, you know what I mean? I'm glad we're having it because I see it way too often, you know? And I don't see a lot of the guys being called out for it. But what I do see is when it do get called out, what I see from the minions in the comment sections who blindly just follow people because they have a need to believe in something or somebody, right? I do see them calling people, guys like ourselves, you know, saying we hating, saying we jealous because we ain't got as many subscribers or we're not got the following, or what have you. What you got to say about that?
Say it again. Say it real quick.
You didn't hear me?
Now you know I got son over here. He about to go to bed watching YouTube. So
All I was saying was when it comes to these guys stealing the intellectual property and not paying homage, right? You know what I'm saying? When they you know what I'm saying, when they sit up there and you know, take advantage of the difference in subscribership, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They think like, you know what I'm saying, nobody gonna ever see this, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It's like,
nobody ever gonna see this, man. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like pushing a little guy around like being a bully.
Right.
I mean,
it's very similar. I see what you mean by that.
Yeah, it's like being a bully because you can't only do it to somebody that's in a smaller space. Because you can't do it with somebody that's in a bigger space than you, because then you'll be worried about somebody actually following through with the copyright infringements and all that.
Right.
So, like when you're in a statue like that, you got access. All your stuff is lined up. You know, you got the lawyers, you got all those things. Like you ready, so you're not gonna shoot at somebody that's gonna be able to shoot back with a bigger gun.
Right.
So it's like, in a sense, like I said, it's almost like you could look at it like a bully, but you can also look at it like sparring.
Right.
Like, you know, when you go spar, you spar with the small. I mean, to get better, you got to spar with the bigger guy. Pause. Yeah.
Right. That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
You got to spar with the bigger guy.
If you want to get your skills up, man, you gotta go against the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you spar and the guy that's somebody at the gym, he pick you, like, and you supposed to be just just a regular dude at the gym, you make you think like, dang, why you picking me?
Pause.
Yeah, okay. Pause. So why are you picking me? Evidently he sees some that's dope.
Like you said, value.
Value, yeah.
Right.
So, you know.
But when it comes to this game, though, man, the game is to be sold and not to be told. You feel me? Which is why we monetize over here at A Real Talk Podcast. Y'all see that $sign by y'all's little comment box? Sit up there, hit that super chat, super like, super gift, super thanks. You understand what I'm saying? We got them information right there on the screen. Shout out to my brother XL Pro. You know, we doing business. And that's why I was just saying earlier. A lot of y'all think YouTube is free. All right. A lot of y'all don't appreciate some of the information that's being conveyed in the way that it is, because you got people come through and they don't think that they should have to contribute financially, especially if you actually like. So let me tell you something. If you listen to somebody on YouTube and you like that content, you like the person and how they present their content, you should absolutely be supporting them financially. You should. You absolutely should. All right.
The strategy, but I would like to see you get a signature. And the last person,
And you know,
will be Cesaro.
I'm saying one of the major reasons why it's important because a lot of us are actual content creators. A lot of us actually invest our own money into a platform. A lot of us actually invest time and research and time and money in doing research and filling out information that could bring to y'all to convey to y'all so we can have these conversations and stuff. And that's work. Right. A lot of us are actual journalists.
Yep.
Right. You know? And if you are watching somebody on YouTube, whoever they may be, and you like what they're doing, the way they're presenting, you should be contributing. I'm a strong advocate for that. All right. If you tapping in with Mr. Pringles the Barber and you in that comment section every day, whatever, you should be contributing something to that platform, man. You did. Smash that like button, quickly go subscribe to the page. We about to get up out of here, man. I don't think it's too much more that we can say on this. You know, shout out to these brothers, man, with y'all's old game, Steve, and goddamn it, intellectual property stealing asses. I don't want to go in like how I really want to because I'm trying to get out of the mind frame of even when my brothers be on some bullshit, and I know they is. It's just like, you know,
now look, you know, two things can be right at the same time.
Yeah, that's a fact, right? And that I mean, so, I couldn't even say that better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, you got a valid point. I got a valid point. It's just all about how you look at it from whatever angle you look at it.
Right.
That's all it is. It's not, you know, some of it qualifies for some, you know, some shit talk. However, at the same time, it's just about how you look at it. I look at it like, okay, I know what I need to do.
Right.
I stay on the stove. I'm always gonna be cooking up dope. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna come with some dope. And when you do stuff like that, you know I am. That means that the intellect is a value. That ain't the only time that happens. So with most, it's gonna keep happening. It's just that once it's gonna happen, it ain't gonna keep happening to the point where eventually it's gonna be like, okay, well, dang, he done got to the point we can't do that now. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't nothing. That's what it is. It's just gas for the whip. That's all.
That's all. Like I say, man, imitation is the highest form of flattery. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, you know what I mean? When you break down their whole demo, everything they said they done got from somebody else, man. It's like it's not an original thought amongst a lot of you dudes, man. I'll be watching y'all's content, man. I'll be seeing right through that shit, man. So that's why I don't tap in with too many of y'all, because most of y'all don't be talking about bullshit, and y'all don't even know what the hell y'all be talking about. Now I know that might sound arrogant or cocky or something, but one thing for sure, two things for certain, I know what I'm talking about. All right, and everybody who I could bring up here on this platform can and will vouch for that, even though I don't need them to, because I do a pretty good job of showing and proving on my platform, which is why I have the success that I do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to take this time to say, listen, here's all y'all big YouTubers out there, man. Hey, if y'all gonna be stealing our shit, man, hey, at least have enough testicular fortitude to pay homage. You know, so get that whole ass nigga spirit up out of y'all, man. That Sambo shit, man.
Who? Sambo.
Get that spirit up out of y'all, man, because this is spirit. Don't get it twisted. It's a ugly demon, right? And jealousy is amongst them, man. All right, a lot of you niggas is jealous and don't even gotta be. All right, it's enough money for all of us to equally eat out here via the internet. All right.
Right about that.
So shout out to him 500. Right, as far as creating situations that you have for you and other people, I mean, if it's official like a referee whistle, man, it is what it is, man. When he's doing stuff like this, it kind of compromising it. It'd be different if you would have been like, yeah, man, I was at the conference and I met this guy out of Columbus, Ohio, man, Mr. Barber, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the idea to say. And I know most niggas ain't gonna say that, but how hard is it to say that though? And what I noticed when it comes to stuff like this, man, dudes just don't like to pay homage, man. They just don't want to be feel like another man put them up on game with, which is where we learn on the game from. Everything I know about being a manhood, guess where I learned it from? Not my mama. So when I say all that to say, when it comes to valuable information, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to go to a man to get that information, to get that knowledge. So I suggest you get comfortable with getting put up on game by guys who might potentially be younger than you, older than you, from a different background than you. You don't know it all. We ain't got it all figured out. We ain't the end all be all, man. Because people used to say that about me, man. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Pringle, man. You think you know? No, I don't. I just know a lot, probably more than you. But I always tell y'all I'm only smart enough to know how much I don't know.
And now that's intelligence.
Right. And that's why when I speak the way I do, I speak with authority because I be knowing what I'm talking about. And not only do I be knowing what I'm talking about, I can prove what I'm talking about. Right. That's why I speak with such authority and conviction, man. So it don't, I know a lot. I get the emails people convey. You can be considered cocky or arrogant. I mean, it is. I can be cocky and arrogant at times, but I'm not a cocky and arrogant person. You understand? And a lot of you YouTubers who game thieves, y'all are cocky. Y'all are arrogant. And I don't watch a lot of you niggas' content. I ain't saying nobody's name outside of the dudes we talk about. We ain't really focusing on them for all like that. But I know I've seen a lot of y'all content. I'm just listening to y'all stuff, man. Yeah, man. I don't listen to y'all, the smart gritters out here using my terminology, man. Tap in, walk with me. Y'all better, man. But like my brother, Mr. Pringle said, hey, man, when I hear that type stuff, I know where you got it from, man. Go ahead, leave him with the last words before we get up out of here, brother.
Man, I ain't got too much to say, but I said enough, man. Like I said, just understand that when things like that happen, it's just to remind you of how dope you are, and somebody finds you as a like-minded person like them. They find value in the way you think, your creativeness, your imagination.
Right.
So don't take it personal. However, at the same time, two things can be right at the same time. You dig? So in a space, you can take it personal because your intellectual property is a personal thing.
And it's your intellectual property.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. All people. It's still going back to, like I said, great guys, man. Great guys is just. It's just you shouldn't even be surprised. You know what? I don't even want to look at it like being surprised, because if you think about it as being surprised, that means you don't even value your own intellectual property. So I'm not surprised that it happened, because I expect it to happen from more higher ups, which will pull me up there with them. You know what I mean? It just means I'm already there. We just got different whips. We just got different whips right now. That's all.
That's how I would take it. You know what I mean? If these guys with 100,000, 200,000 subscribers carouse the streets to come across my little $1,000 subscriber, my little 1,000 subscriber and soaking up game and using my shit, I ain't really. I'm tripping, but I ain't tripping. It's
Yeah, you don't want no
context with
little guy.
everything.
You don't
Right.
want no little guy to do it. If the little guy do it, it's like somebody even smaller. Like, dang, well,
Nah,
hold up,
Paul, it's
man.
the same for real for me, man. I don't look at it no different. I look at that from that perspective as to treat the janitor like how you treat the CEO. You know.
Yeah, I get it.
Matter of
I
fact,
get
I
it.
value them type people more
Mm-hmm.
because I know it's genuine.
Hey, but if somebody come kick the door in and they don't take all the slabs, they just take your socks and your shoes. You're gonna be like, come on, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm
oh
saying?
man. All right, y'all can sit up there and get in contact with my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber, man. Just
I'm about to
Mr.
drop it.
Pringles
Here
the
you go, right
Barber.
here. Look,
Huh?
you can contact me at Mr. Pringles the Barber on Instagram, Mr. Pringles the Barber on YouTube, Mr. Pringles the Barber on TikTok, Mr. Pringles the Barber on Twitter, Mr. Pringles the Barber everywhere. Now I'm
Right.
gonna sign off. Is Mr. Pringles the Barber, aka Always Cutting Head Honcho? I am him, not them. I am him, not them.
All right. Now, this is what I want you to do, though, bro. I want you to
Yes,
cut your
sir.
camera off. Well, not you ain't got to do that, but to go get in contact with my brother, y'all want to book a haircut appointment. You want to book some of y'all dudes out there rocking no man wigs, man. You want to get an install, hit my brother up. You know what I'm saying? We'll get some merch, hit my brother up. Mr. Pringles the Barber right there on all social media platforms. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You know what I'm talking about? Snapchat, all of that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Tap in and walk with us. You know, so I got my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber, in the building, man. Listen, y'all, you so-called YouTubers out there, hey, man, y'all niggas start paying homage, man. For real, man. That's some lame shit y'all niggas is doing, man. For real, man. I ain't want to pay the videos of niggas exposing y'all and stuff like that. I want to make this show more about me and my brother chopping it up more than about reacting to y'all's content or somebody saying something about something y'all niggas said, man. Yeah, we addressing the source, man. Y'all niggas need to tighten up, man. Y'all got all these huge followings and, you know, sponsorship and all of that. Y'all can't come up with original thoughts, not even paying homage to your brother. And y'all be the same dudes talking about black empowerment, the black community and all that crazy shit. Y'all niggas sitting up here siphoning and, you know what I'm saying, off of the black community and not even showing no homage. You did where they do that at. Yeah, we got to get up out of here, though, man. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click with the bell, subscribe to the page. You already know what it is, man. You did. But before we get out of here, right, as usual, you did. I got to sit up here and show y'all this. And before we get up out of here, because this is going to be a good one, man. Y'all might want to tap in for this one tomorrow. I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, come on out. You understand me? Let your hair down, pour your gas or vino, you know, and tap in and walk with us as we had this conversation tomorrow. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all. All right. All right. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Tomorrow night for ladies' night. Ladies' night. How long do y'all make a guy wait before y'all give him the box? This is going to be the topic of discussion tomorrow. Right? Tap in, walk with us. Ladies, man. How long you making a brother wait for you? You let him sit up there and clap them cheeks. Right? We're going to get to it tomorrow. You can believe that. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming out. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pringles the Barber. He is him, not them. He is him, not them. And that nigga, what's his name? Him 500 didn't come up with that, man. He got that from my brother, Mr. Pringles, with his swagger jack in the head. You already know what it is, man. We about to get up out of here.
It's time to earn double points when you get treated.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle, trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and cravings. Sublocade.
Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. 2020 got me so clear. Let me get to it. Glitch, nigga, for shit I do on these beats, nigga, I'm legendary. Niggas get to acting like bitches, okay, they Tyler Perry. Hide the women and kids, shit about to get very scary. Sticky bandits, creep while you home alone like Marvin Harry. Up in smoke for real, nigga, I'm blowing heavy. Rolling up be all that I need, it be my method Mary. All my niggas be locked and loaded, we mercenaries. Type of gas I got in this blunt will make your vision blurry. I'm in the clouds a lot, I make the pilots worry. Turns out the shit is my fight song, like Katy Perry. Ready for war, soon as I hit the door. I'm ballin', nigga, I'm Kobe as soon as I hit the floor. Taking every shot, shoot that bitch till I score. Hall of Fame bars, I'm Barry Sanders and more. The way I spit the shit, you niggas better take note. The guarantee, when you see me, know I'm up in smoke. Here's the lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke.
I ain't trying to hear that BS. Please spare me a lecture. I was made to be a diamond because I was born out of pressure. My dad was a G, but the drugs got the best of them. Some grind on their own while others might invest in you. Just long as you plant the seed and grow it like a vegetable. Everything will happen when it's supposed to, like a schedule. Every day I thank God you try to add another decimal. A pretty face is cool, but I need an intellectual. Making moves in silence really speaks to higher decibels. They always said the loudest in the room was the biggest fool. When I go up in the booth, close my eyes and see the visual. Not butcher boys, but trust me, it's about to get critical. Chunks, yeah, we slid a few, knocked them off casually. You claim you on my level, but really that's a fallacy. You still waiting on handouts, that's such a travesty. You're not even amongst my stars, let alone the galaxy.
Here's the lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke.
Sick positioning, run this shit commissioning. You ain't seeing us, not sure what you're envisioning. We still winning, you in danger and it's imminent. Bunch of sticks outside, walking like we picketing. E&E, on fire, man, we sizzling. Leave the scene flickering, damn, they're sickening. No witnesses, damn, all that soliciting. We pack a rainstorm, man, you niggas drizzling. Still riding hot like cars, no air conditioning. Yeah, still blowing loud pack, why you whispering? Handicap flow, leave them crippling. Sick discipline, all that mob penmanship. How you rate your bars? Insignificant. I stand behind my bars like imprisonment. Glitch the guarantee, 2020 C division. There's nothing to lose if you always win.
Here's the lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke.